You always own the option of having no opinion. Marcus Aurelius. Take a moment to think about that line. How much of your anger, frustration, or sadness has ever been caused by things outside your control? A careless word from someone, a situation that didn't go your way, or a moment that felt unfair. We react, we explode, we shut down. But according to the path of wisdom, nothing external has the power to disturb your peace unless you grant it that power. Anger is one of the most destructive emotions. It doesn't just hurt others, it burns you from the inside. It poisons your peace, your clarity, and your ability to think. It makes you a servant to outside forces. And for those who seek wisdom, true strength lies not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. A wise mind once said, "It's not the event itself that hurts you, but the meaning you attach to it." Think about this. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Instantly you think, "How dare they? They're so selfish." But what if you change the story? Maybe they're rushing to the hospital. Maybe they didn't see you. Maybe they're just careless. But why should their carelessness take away your peace? The wise believe that no event is inherently good or bad. It's your perception that gives it shape. Today, I'll share 8 principles of wisdom that have helped many people escape the trap of anger. I won't promise it will be easy, but I promise it will be worth it. Stay with me till the end, because each principle builds on the last, and by the time we're done, you'll have a complete map to inner peace. And if this message resonates with you, leave this in the comments. My peace is stronger than any anger. I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear from you. It's our judgment that gives things meaning. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself of this every day. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain comes not from the thing itself, but from the meaning you attach to it. And you have the power to revoke that meaning at any moment. This is powerful. It means that whenever anger rises, you can pause and ask, "Am I upset because of what happened, or because of the meaning I gave it?" That single question can change the entire direction of your day. Practical steps to apply this. 1. Pause before reacting. When something irritates you, take 3 breaths before speaking or acting. Those 3 seconds give you back control. 2. Reframe the situation. Instead of thinking, "This is unfair to me," ask, "What if this isn't about me at all?" 3. Detach from the story. Remind yourself the event is neutral, judgment is optional. When you start separating events from your judgments, you gain the power to choose peace over anger. You stop being controlled by others' actions and start living as the master of your inner world. Remember, anger punishes you, not the person who wronged you. It steals your calm, clarity, and joy. Why hand over your mind so easily? Imagine yourself as a strong tree in the middle of a storm. The wind may blow, the rain may fall, but you remain rooted and unmoved. The storm passes, but your strength remains. Affirmation. Drop in the comments. Only I control my peace. Rule 2. Expect people to be human. Marcus Aurelius began each morning by reminding himself, "The people I meet today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and selfish. They are like this because they don't know good from evil." Why would the most powerful man in the world prepare for others' flaws? Because he knew what we often forget. Expecting perfection from others sets us up for constant anger. People lie, betray, act selfishly, or even cruelly. If you expect otherwise, every mistake shakes you. But if you expect imperfection, you won't be surprised. Instead of rage, you respond with understanding. When a child makes a mistake, you don't scream, you guide calmly. With adults, we forget this wisdom. We assume everyone should know better. When they don't, we burn with anger. Wisdom flips this. Expect flaws, and they lose their power to upset you. How to practice daily. Morning preparation. Before stepping into the world, remind yourself, today I will meet rude, selfish, or unfair people, but none of that can steal my peace. See ignorance, not evil. If someone insults you, remember, they act out of ignorance, not wisdom. Why be angry at someone who doesn't yet know better? Lower expectations. Expecting never to be disappointed is fantasy. Accept human imperfection, and nothing will feel personal. A broken promise, a rude word, or an inconsiderate act no longer surprises you. It simply becomes a reminder that people are human. Strengthen compassion. Instead of anger, when you see flaws as part of human nature, you can respond with compassion. This doesn't excuse bad behavior, it prevents it from poisoning your soul. You may correct, walk away, or set boundaries, but without rage, without losing yourself. Imagine walking through a crowded marketplace. People bump into you, cut lines, or talk too loudly. Would you be furious at each one, or accept this is how crowds behave? Life is the same. When you stop expecting perfection, endless frustration disappears. Peace comes not from changing others, but from adjusting expectations. You cannot control human nature, but you can control how you prepare for it. Preparation is everything. Next time someone acts selfishly, instead of boiling with rage, remind yourself, I saw this coming, I expected this, their flaw is not my storm. Waiting for a world where no one irritates you leads to misery. Accept imperfection, and you will never again be surprised. When you're not surprised, you remain calm. This is not weakness, it is unshakable strength. Strength is not measured by how loudly you shout, but by how calmly you endure. Marcus Aurelius knew expecting flaws freed him from anger. You can do the same. Comment, I expect flaws, but I choose peace. Rule 3. Master your inner voice. A wise teacher said, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. The voice in your head commenting, judging, interpreting, decides whether you burn with anger or rest in peace. It's not the insult, but your mind's replay that hurts. It's not the challenge, but the story you attach. Discipline your inner dialogue to never again be consumed by anger. 3 ways to train your inner dialogue. 1. Catch the first thought. When anger rises, catch the first thought immediately. Remind yourself, this is just judgment, not truth. 2. Replace. Don't repeat. Replace, I can't believe they did this, with, they act according to their nature. I control my response. 3. Talk like a guide, not an enemy. Ask yourself, will this anger help me, or is it better to let go? Seneca reminds us, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Train your inner voice, or it will betray you. Once mastered, you face insults, betrayal, and challenges without losing yourself. Daily exercise. Reflect each evening. Where did my inner dialogue betray me? Reframe unnecessary stories and train your mind to speak differently tomorrow. Rule 4. Hit the pause button. Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom to choose our response. Anger thrives on immediacy. Create even a small pause, and you rob it of its power. Example, someone insults you. Instead of snapping, Take 3 breaths. Remind yourself, their words cannot harm me unless I let them. Chows turns into calm. The pause is mastery, not weakness. It shows you are the commander of your inner world, not a slave to impulses. A broken promise, a rude word, or an inconsiderate act no longer surprises you. It is merely a reminder that people are human. Build small pauses into your life. Train your breath. When anger rises, take 3 deep breaths before speaking or acting. Your breath becomes an anchor that restores control. Use mental cues. Choose a phrase to remind yourself in heated moments. For example, "This is just noise," or "I will not surrender my peace." These cues create space between the trigger and your response. Delay your response. If possible, wait before replying to a message, email, or confrontation. An hour or a day can make what felt urgent lose its fire. Practice small daily pauses. Don't wait for major conflicts. Pause during minor annoyances, spilling water, loud talkers, changes in plans. Small pauses build strength for bigger storms. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Why? Because anger is like fire. If fueled instantly, it spreads uncontrollably. But with time and space, it burns itself out. Remember, the world expects reactivity. Yell when insulted, slam doors when frustrated, lash out when betrayed, but respond with calm, and you unsettle them. This is true power. Creating space is not just avoiding conflict, it's building dignity. I am not an animal driven by reflex. I am a human with reason, discipline, and choice. Freedom lives in that choice. Next time life tests you, don't ask, "How do I crush this anger?" Instead ask, "Can I pause long enough for reason to step in?" That single pause may save your peace, relationships, and health. Anger wants immediacy. Wisdom thrives in patience. Rule 5. Don't take it personally. A wise teacher said, "If someone speaks badly of you, it is because they believe it is right. Words themselves do not harm you, your interpretation does." Most anger comes from taking things personally. Others' words act like arrows entering our chest. But insults are rarely about you. They reflect the person throwing them. A bitter person spills bitterness. An insecure person projects insecurity. The angry lash out at anyone. Understanding this transforms daggers into mirrors, reflecting their inner turmoil, not your worth. Seneca, "A man suffers more than necessary if he suffers before he must. When insulted, we suffer twice, when spoken and when replayed in mind. What if you didn't repeat it? Recognize it as their noise, not your truth." Practice. Redefine insults. They hurt me. They revealed themselves. Practice indifference. Marcus Aurelius. Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Detach self-worth. Words do not define your value. Respond with silence. Show that insults do not touch you. Silence preserves peace. Rule 6. Let go of anger. Seneca. Anger, if not restrained, often hurts us more than the injury itself. Most people hold on to anger, replay insults, nurse grudges. Wise people see this as self-inflicted suffering. The event happened once. Holding on makes you suffer it 1,000 times more. If you truly want to never again be ruled by anger or upset, you must master the art of letting go. Not tomorrow, not next week, but quickly, before it poisons your peace. Think of anger as carrying a burning coal. The longer you hold it, the deeper it burns you. Yet many choose to keep holding it, thinking they are hurting the one who wronged them. In reality, they only scorch themselves. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The best revenge is not to become like your enemy." Holding on to anger mirrors the person who harmed you. Letting go rises above them. You reclaim dignity, and protect your mind from being dragged into the mud. How to let go quickly. Name the weight. Admit, I am carrying this anger. Often we disguise it as righteousness or justice. Honesty frees you. Once named, you can choose to drop it. Refuse the second wound. The first wound is what someone does to us. The second wound is clinging to it. Ask yourself, why should I suffer for something that already happened? Drop it before it multiplies. Shift focus to action. If you can fix it, fix it. If not, accept and move forward. Anger is wasted energy. Turn it into purposeful action to transform pain into strength. Mental release practice. Visualize anger as a stone in your hand. Open your palm and let it fall. Visualization helps your mind release what your heart grips too tightly. Seneca said, "Anger, if not dismissed, is poison. The longer it stays, the more it spreads, clouding thoughts, poisoning relationships, and stealing peace." Quick release is not weakness, it is wisdom. Imagine an argument, harsh words exchanged. Later, they sleep peacefully while you replay every word. Who suffers? Not them, you. Holding anger chooses suffering for someone else's behavior. But if you let go, it happened, it's over, I won't relive it. The burden lifts, clarity returns, peace resides in the present moment. Life is too short to waste in anger. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." If today were your last, would you replay insults, or hold bitterness, or release, and live calmly? Letting go is freedom. Actions of others may wound once, but your mind will not grant them repeated satisfaction. Next time anger rises, ask, do I want to hold this burning coal or drop it? The faster you release, the lighter your soul. Rule 7. Turn problems into teachers. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles are not enemies of your peace, they are teachers. Every insult, frustration, and setback is a lesson. Most treat difficulties as personal attacks. Someone disrespects you, you feel wounded. Something blocks your progress, you feel cheated. Life turns unexpectedly, you feel punished. Wise people know, life owes no smooth road. Its bumps and barriers build strength. Why does anger rise? Because things didn't go your way. Change perspective. What can this teach me? Anger weakens, problems become practice, obstacles become training. Seneca, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Never faced disrespect? How would you practice patience? No opposition? How would you strengthen resilience? Life never disappointed? How would you learn acceptance? 3 mental shifts. 1. Ask the training question. Instead of, why me? Ask, what skill is life teaching me? Patience, calm, detachment. 2. Flip the value of setbacks. Instead of, this ruins everything, say, this is part of my training. 3. Honor the lesson, not the hurt. Pain teaches endurance. Delays teach patience. Practical example. Someone betrays your trust. Rage could consume you, or you could ask, what does this teach me about trust? Human nature? Resilience. The lesson shields you from anger. Obstacle doesn't break you, it builds you. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, war, plague, and criticism. He wrote, "The obstacle on the path becomes the path." Every hardship strengthened his soul. See setbacks as teachers. You stop being surprised. Anger turns to readiness, bitterness to wisdom. Each trial makes you calmer, stronger, unshakable. Life will always throw obstacles. People will always disappoint. Situations will always frustrate you. Plans will always shift. You cannot stop that. But you can train yourself to meet them, not with anger, but with curiosity and strength. Next time anger rises because life isn't going your way, pause and ask, what lesson is hidden here for me? Remember, the obstacle is not my enemy, it is my teacher. This shift calms your anger and transforms your relationship with life. Suddenly, nothing is wasted. Every trial is training. Every insult is instruction. Every setback is strength in disguise. Seeing life this way, you no longer resent it. You embrace it, grow with it, and rise above anger into wisdom. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Every obstacle is my teacher, not my enemy. Rule 8. Stay here, right now. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Much frustration doesn't come from the present, but from ruminating on the past, fearing the future, or imagining what should have happened. Think, someone wronged you yesterday, and today you replay it, or you fear betrayal tomorrow, and your mind spirals into stress. The event may be minor or forgotten by others, but you live it over and over. That's where anger takes root. Wisdom teaches, your power is in the present. You cannot change the past. You cannot control the future, but you can choose your thoughts, attention, and actions now. Anchoring yourself in the present is like dropping a heavy anchor in a stormy sea. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, confine yourself to the present. Focus only on what is before you. Don't give energy to imagined wrongs or worries. Stop feeding anger and stay grounded in what truly matters. Daily practice. Notice when your mind wanders. Awareness is the first anchor. Bring attention to now. Use your senses. What can you see, hear, touch, feel? Your body, your breath. The present is neutral and calm. Ask, what can I do now? Shift to actions within your control. Release the should-haves. Reality doesn't bend to preference. Accept what is. Practice daily presence. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing or observation trains your mind to return to now. Anchored in the present, small annoyances lose their weight. Rude words are just words. Mistakes are just facts. Traffic, delays, missteps, neutral until interpreted. Think. Someone wronged you yesterday, and today you replay it. Or you fear betrayal tomorrow, and your mind spirals into stress. The event may be minor or forgotten by others, but you live it over and over. That's where anger takes root. Wisdom teaches, your power is in the present. You cannot change the past, you cannot control the future, but you can choose your thoughts, attention, and actions now. Anchoring yourself in the present is like dropping a heavy anchor in a stormy sea. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, confine yourself to the present. Focus only on what is before you. Don't give energy to imagined wrongs or worries. Stop feeding anger and stay grounded in what truly matters. Daily practice. Notice when your mind wanders. Awareness is the first anchor. Bring attention to now. Use your senses. What can you see, hear, touch, feel? Your body, your breath. The present is neutral and calm. Ask, what can I do now? Shift to actions within your control. Release the should-haves. Reality doesn't bend to preference. Accept what is. Practice daily presence. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing or observation trains your mind to return to now. Anchored in the present, small annoyances lose their weight. Rude words are just words. Mistakes are just facts. Traffic, delays, missteps neutral until interpreted. Epictetus, do not demand things happen as you wish. Wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. Anger thrives in shadows of past and future. Peace thrives in sunlight of now. Live fully present, and you are untouchable. Insults, delays, disappointments may come, but your calm remains. Ask yourself, Am I upset by reality, or by memory, or imagination? Focus on what is real, and most anger evaporates before taking hold. Drop this affirmation: I live in the present, and peace is my anchor. Throughout this journey, you've uncovered the wisdom path to freedom from anger and upset, separating events from judgments, expecting human flaws, mastering inner dialogue, creating space, letting go, and anchoring in the present. The world cannot harm you unless you give it permission. Every insult, frustration, or setback is neutral until interpreted. Taking responsibility for perception, expectation, and response allows you to step out of the storm into calm reason. Anger is a thief, stealing clarity, joy, and wise action. Following these wisdom practices makes you untouchable. Peace is yours. Obstacles become teachers. You release quickly. You anchor in the present. Above all, you choose belief, feeling, and action. True freedom is mastery of your inner world, not absence of challenges. Life will test you, but no storm can destroy a mind rooted in discipline, reason, and calm. Start today. Practice in small moments. Old reflexes of anger fade. Life becomes keener, mind sharper, soul stronger. Final affirmation: I'm untouchable, calm, and at peace.